Hey, this is Nat, and we're off our couch at Epcot in Lake Buena Vista, Florida at Walt Disney World. And our whole objective for today is to ride Test Track. But there is actually more involved than just jumping in the car and taking on the curves and hills of the track. We first need to create our own virtual concept car, and then afterwards we'll create our own car commercial, pose for pictures with some stunning vehicles, browse the gift shop for souvenirs, and more. So Test Track is more of an experience than a ride, so there's a lot to do, so we better get started. We're going to go ahead and jump into the line. The height requirement is 40 inches for the ride, so we're good to go there. We have about an hour wait, and the line actually starts on the outside, but it doesn't take too long to get within the building, which is good because it makes the wait go so much faster since there's so much to see once you're inside the building. So now we are in the Chevrolet Design Studio at Epcot, and as I stated, there's a lot to read and look at while you move through the line. And even if you're not really into cars like myself, there's still a lot to learn and discover about technological advancements and environmental science as progress is being made to address environmental problems. And both of those ideas are being merged, technological advancements as well as lessening the impact on the environment with a lot of the cars that we're seeing like this. This is really eye-catching. It is a Chevrolet electric network vehicle. It can be driven like a traditional car, or it can drive itself. While we're standing around waiting, I'll tell you all that London and I have actually rode Test Track before and have been within this attraction, but it was totally different since it was back in the year 2000. While I was doing some research on the ride, I discovered that Test Track first opened in the spring of 1999. So when London and I rode it in the summer of 2000, it was just over a year old. So it was a new, young attraction for Epcot then. And since that was over 20 years ago, that's actually back when London and I were young as well. Moving on, don't want to dwell on that thought for too long. We are excited though to see how the ride has changed since its initial introduction and our younger days. I've been watching the Art of Engineering channel on YouTube, so I learned about the history of Test Track and discovered there was a major overhaul to the ride in 2012. Needless to say, the kids have never rode it, so they won't have anything to compare it with. They're pretty excited to get on it though. By the way, have you rode Test Track before? Did you ride it prior to 2012? Have you been on the original version, or have you been on the ride since 2012 with this most recent version? Or have you done both? So do you have the old and the new to compare? Let us know. We'd love to hear all about your experience of the ride in the attraction. As we're moving through the line and checking out more of the Chevrolet Design Studio at Epcot, I also want to share with you all that London and I are making an effort to check out more of the rides here at Epcot. We love the festivals. That's our favorite part of Epcot. The Flower and Garden Festival is going on right now, and it just looks awesome. So since we love Epcot so much and want to be at Epcot more, we do want to know the rides better too, just in case the kids get bored or actually want to do something. So we'll be checking out more rides at Epcot in the near future. So subscribe if you're a fan of Epcot. If you want to see more rides, we'll definitely be doing that. And if you've already subscribed, thank you. And we look forward to getting off the couch with you again here at Epcot in the near future. So we're at the point in the line where we're not just looking, we actually start interacting. We're manipulating and playing around now with the capability, efficiency, responsiveness, and power of our virtual cars. This is a prelude to what we'll be doing in the Chevrolet Design Center when we get the chance to design our own virtual concept car, which should happen soon, we hope. There's an announcement that the ride is experiencing a delay. Now we've already been in line now for nearly an hour, and there's nothing to interact or look at here, so we just wait. And after about 10 minutes, the doors opened. I didn't even have my camera ready for it. I turned off my gimbal and GoPro to conserve power. I didn't know how long the wait was going to be, but here we go now. After a slight delay, it's time to design our own virtual concept car. So the countdown just popped up at 3 minutes and 39 seconds. So we have a limited time to design our ideal car. We did learn that there are design stations elsewhere in the building where you can design without the time limit, which will show later on. So right now our time is ticking down. My son is rushing to make his last changes, and after that rush, we now wait again. We have about another 10-minute wait before it's time for us to board. So we've made it through the line now. We have arrived at the ride, and this is a 6-seater sim car. So 2 people are riding with us as single riders, and they only had a 15-20 minute wait in the single rider line, which is nice. So before the ride officially starts, the car moves a little bit up the track. Then a cast member checks in to make sure we're buckled in safely and tells us to hold on to any loose articles, and then we're off. And we do have loose articles. I thought there would be a compartment like on other rides to secure our stuff, but no, that's not the case. So we're holding on to our stuff. So the way this works, from my understanding, there are screens throughout the ride after each car test. The car is tested first for capability, how the car operates during challenging weather and surface conditions. Ooh, that lightning looks real. That was scary. Then after that, we see the capability results on the screen. And your car's performance is compared to the cars designed by other people in the right vehicle with you. This ride is twisting and turning so fast and abruptly, I honestly don't even know how you would be paying attention to these screens. I didn't notice them until I looked at the video afterwards. Okay, so the efficiency test is up next.
Engaging EcoScan for aerodynamic efficiency.
And then we move on to the responsiveness test, where we are seriously moving on this track and narrowly missing a semi-truck. London says it's just like being on I-4, so we're really familiar with this drive actually. Okay, so it's time for the last test, the power test, and we're about to bust out of this darkness and into the open air. The speed can get up to 65 miles per hour, so we are clinging desperately to our loose items now. My daughter is holding on to her Happy Birthday Minnie Mouse ears with a grip that I didn't know her little hands could muster. She does not want to lose those ears. And we are coming in at a speed of 64.9 miles per hour, so I'm certain those ears could go flying right off her head. Wow, that was so much fun. I don't remember a lot about the inside of the attraction. London recalls much more, like how they used to have crash test dummies, different exhibits in the attraction area, but I do remember that track and how much fun it is. And from the video I was talking about earlier about Test Track on the Art of Engineering YouTube channel, I found out that this is the same track. The overlay was revamped in 2012, but the track is the same. And I'll put the link to that video I keep referring to in the description box if you're interested in learning more about the workings of Test Track. I found it pretty fascinating. After the ride, you can see the pictures that were taken while on the ride, and then you can have those added to your Magic Band or your card to purchase. And you can also use your Magic Band or card to check out your score or your virtual concept car on the scoreboard. Pretty cool. So now let's continue our car craze fun by designing our own commercial. So we're on the screen and we start by choosing our attribute, capability, efficiency, responsiveness, or power. Those were the 4 tasks that our virtual car went through on the test track. We also choose a narrator, location, and music. And this doesn't need to be in any particular order. As you can see, my daughter is all over the screen.
And in the spotlight, baby.
And that's our narrator. And here's our commercial.
The delicious lifestyle is all about efficiency. You gotta make the most of every moment and keep the music coming through.
I like how we can email the commercial to ourselves. It's an awesome memory and a great souvenir. Okay, there's still more for us to do. Now we're going to race our virtual concept car that we designed previously at the design studio on this miniature virtual test track, which is really cool. I like the attention to detail. You can even see the crowd cheering. And I mentioned that there are design stations earlier that do not have a time limit, so you can design your virtual concept car here at your leisure if you prefer not to do it at the design station centers right before you get on the ride that have the time limits. So if you do choose this option, I know that you can reach these design stations by entering the gift shop Test Track Symposium. There is also a showroom within this attraction with a lot of sleek, shiny, beautiful, brand new cars. I haven't been in a showroom in quite some time, so I'm sure these cars have features and technology that I haven't even heard of. And London, for some reason, I'm not sure why, is having the Chevrolet representative email him information about this Corvette. I think while we were on the ride, maybe the GoPro hit London in the head during one of those sharp turns. Or maybe his neurons got jumbled up during that high speed and now they're sending off messages of fast, red, hot sports car instead of family car. I don't know. I'm not a biologist and I am not a doctor either. I'm just trying to guess what's going on here. Because this car is beautiful but kind of impractical too. First thing I saw and said when I saw the sticker, 19 miles to the gallon? Luckily, I'm not too sticker shocked to get a picture with these lovely vehicles. So we're going to do photo finish and I'm going to get to take 3 pictures with this butte and the background of my choice. I'll need my magic bands or card to get started. And I will need the magic band or card again to activate station 2, which is where the picture taking starts. So you get 10 seconds to strike your pose and get in the picture. And here's a couple of pictures that I took. The first picture is a practice shot. I only have 10 seconds to get into the picture and get my pose together, so I have to have a little bit more time to pull myself together at first. And I'm going to go ahead and do the virtual car photo finish too. You see I chose the Chevrolet electric network vehicle that we saw while in line. And now I'm in the middle of a hot air balloon festival with my self-driving car. Anything's possible in the virtual world, right? And these pictures can be emailed too, just like the commercials, which is just so awesome. One last stop, that's the Test Track Symposium. And if you desire another souvenir, there's items in the gift shop as well, including Test Track official automotive designer badges. So that is our time at Test Track, experiencing creating a virtual car, riding the track, producing our very own commercial, racing a miniature version of our virtual concept car, visiting the Chevrolet showroom, and taking pictures with our dream cars, the real and virtual types. What was your favorite part? London's favorite part was the power portion, the outside portion of the ride. I enjoyed posing and taking pictures with these brand new cars. The kids enjoyed everything except for the wait. But we want to know, what is your favorite part of the Test Track experience? Where does it rank on your list of fun or must-do Disney rides and activities? We have yet another ride and attraction we're going to explore here at Epcot for the next video, The Seas with Nemo and Friends. Within the pavilion, we'll go deep underwater in search of Nemo. We'll encounter absolutely breathtaking, amazing marine life at the Sea Base Aquarium, and we'll drop in for a conversation with Crush too. So we'll be off our couch again at Epcot next video. We hope you meet us back here again at Epcot. If you haven't subscribed just yet, we invite you to subscribe. Join us again, please. And as always, we want to thank you so much for getting off the couch with us here at Test Track. If you like this video, please hit that thumbs up button. We appreciate all of the likes, the comments, the shares. We appreciate it all. Thanks so much for joining us again this week and making another adventure possible. Until next week, click on the video to see another one of our experiences. Thanks for watching.